Hello gamers, while there are plenty of popular, well-known MMORPGs out there, but most of them are not free of cost. Choosing the best free-to-play MMOs isn't easy, since so many great games fall into this category. However, some games stand out from others in terms of quality, engagement, and long-term playability. If you are on the hunt for the best free MMORPGs to play in 2023, then worry not, we got you covered. Number 7. The Lord of the Rings Online. If you're still not over the fact that the Rings of Power episodes have now finished, and you're looking to be transported into the world yourself, look no further than Lord of the Rings Online. The Lord of the Rings Online is an MMORPG based in the impeccably detailed LOTR universe that is perfect for fans of medieval fantasy and Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. With the game, players go on a journey across Middle-earth, fighting alongside familiar characters and exploring locations such as those in the movies. There is just one small exception to the gameplay of Lord of the Rings Online. There are no large-scale PvP opportunities in LOTR Online, since all characters in the game are on the same side. It instead provides players with a monster play mode that allows them to create a monster at level 10 and battle other players within Etenmer. Number 6. EVE Online. EVE Online is a wonderful gaming, creating an immersive atmosphere for players of all ages. The game can seem somehow challenging to learn in the beginning. With enough patience, reading and exploring, it does turn out to be the sit-back relaxing armchair game, or the wild ride of chaos for battles with other players. The game sells itself to those that are interested in something new and enjoyable. Taking place over 20,000 years in the future, this game focuses on the colonization of the galaxy and the large corporations that now lord over it. These corporations consist of thousands of players, and the main goal is to petition them into hiring you so that you can rise through the ranks to become more influential. The universe itself is beyond massive, with over 5,000 star systems and 2,500 accessible wormholes. Suffice to say, you can spend years exploring this game, and still have areas that you have never seen before. Number 5. Lost Ark. For a more traditional MMO, you can't go wrong with Lost Ark, the second release from Amazon Studios. Lost Ark follows a familiar structure and design, making it far easier to dive into than some of the more complicated games on this list. The gameplay focus is firmly on PvE dungeon crawling, so you can team up with friends to form a clan that covers all bases. That combat will also feel familiar to hardened MMO players with a mix of melee and magic abilities to master. I've been following this game for years, so it's no surprise that I enjoyed playing it the first day on the 8th. It has a very nice blend action style of fighting along with being an RPG as well. The combat is arguably what it does the absolute best. The combat feels really good, fast-paced, lots of variation and subclasses to choose from. There's lots of content to do day one. It will be overwhelming at first due to the sheer amount of content, currencies and systems, but if you take it all in slowly, it's a ride you'll surely want to continue staying in. Number 4. Albion Online. If you are a PvE player who hates any PvP with passion, this game is not for you. Also, the game's server is located in the USA, so be warned, you may not enjoy high ping, lag and rubber banding, which, given that Albion Online is full loot PvP game, may ruin it for you. Well, since all of the above are out of the way, we can discuss this awesome game. Yes, it's grindy as hell. One can grind till the end of time and then some more. But to be fair, it's one of the charming aspects of this game. Another thing is how skills work in Albion. You are never stuck with one build. You can mix all sort of things together, and see how they work. Overall, it's a fun game. Yes, it's grindy, but no matter what path you will choose, you will always feel growing and progressing. Yes, there will be bad days, with sorrow and lost fortune, but that only will make good days feel better. It may feel like other job, more so if you have premium, but there is no another game like this yet. Number 3. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Fans of BioWare games like the Mass Effect and Dragon Age franchises will feel right at home with this free-to-play MMO. Featuring everything from romanceable companions to fully voiced NPCs, including your own character. Star Wars: The Old Republic provides RPG features that some of the other best MMORPGs on this list could only dream of. Anyone looking for an immersive story set in space will love this as you explore the galaxy, with interactive cutscenes and even decision-making. Able to be fully played up to level 60 for free, and with the ability to also experience the first 2 expansions completely free too, there's a lot of content to get through before you'd even need to consider signing up to their subscription model. There are some restrictions, of course, but despite that, there's plenty to do. Has its up and downs, but at the end of the day, it's one of the best made MMOs period, because the devs care, and they actually listen. What more could you ask for out of a Star Wars game? Number 2. Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars is an MMO that most gamers are familiar with, even if they haven't played it. This installment takes place after the events of the original Guild Wars, and the story progresses through environments that are specially generated for each player or group. With a story that reacts to the actions of the player, it fits neatly into the RPG genre, something that can be difficult for most MMOs to achieve. It takes place in the fantasy world of Tyria and lets players explore a vast, persistent world alone or with friends. As part of Guild Wars 2's story, there are also a number of instanced environments that players will encounter. Guild Wars 2's dynamic action-based mechanic makes leveling up far more enjoyable than World of Warcraft, which is sometimes considered a grind. If you're tired of the monotony of leveling up in other MMORPGs, this game is for you. Guild Wars 2 is right up there as one of the best MMOs available right now. Number 1. RuneScape. Holding the world record for the world's largest and most updated free-to-play MMORPG, RuneScape is legendary among fans of massively multiplayer online games. Once you start playing, you're going to need a comfortable gaming chair, because you'll get sucked in for hours. Although the first instance of this game was released in 2001, it is still insanely popular today, even as the game's engine underwent rewrites to produce RuneScape 2 and 3. On a more serious note, while many of the players dislike RuneScape's questing system, I think it is the best part of the game. It is innovative, unique, has a lot of depth, and I generally consider it to be the best questing system in any game bar some single-player RPGs. Unlike most MMOs who annoy you with fetch X or kill Y quests, RuneScape makes you dive deep into the lore of the game, uncover mysteries, solve puzzles, meet new characters and discover new locations. Unlike many RPGs, they can also drastically affect both NPC behavior and how the game world looks, and that's not even starting to talk about unique gear and cosmetics, useful items that help in other parts of the game, and complete full locations. Before I played RuneScape, I had no friends, no girlfriend, depression, and no life. These things haven't changed, but the game is pretty awesome. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel.